When people say that they're against Antifa, Antifa is only defined by the few people that like the idea recently. It's only been around for a year. I think it was just a psychops that they created that it was just, you know, a good idea. It's like the Black Bloc. Candace Owens, Ben Shapiro, Tomi, Lahren, all these right-wing conservatives they're outing themselves. All these right-wing fascist motherfuckers are outing themselves. They're saying that cops can do no wrong. Put on a cop hat, put on a uniform, or just plain clothes. Just walk outside your goddamn house and somebody says, hey, you're a cop. That's all it takes. And then anything and everything that you fucking do is A-OK. I don't think you could get more fucking guilty than Derek Chauvin. You can't get more guilty than Derek Chauvin. An 8-minute execution? An 8-minute long execution? What a psycho. What a sick fucking sadistic psychopath. How can a person do that to another person? We're on the road to justice. It's a good start. The system isn't fixed. But the fact that they're getting so fucking pissy and pissed off and Jesus Christ. They got their panties in a bunch. They got their panties in a bunch. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Just because you put on if I was to take Derek Chauvin and I saw him kill, you know, George Floyd, and I'll put him down on the ground and I'll put my knee on the back of his neck for 9 minutes, that would be the same thing that he did. Would you think that that's just? Would you think that that's okay? Would you think that that's proper? Even if a person went around and murdered a whole bunch and gets the electric chair, would you just let somebody take their knee and just put their knee into the ground until they choke and die? Even when we legally execute capital punishment, we're still humane. We're still humane. Derek Chauvin was not humane. He was not humane on that day for those 10 minutes. Everybody was telling him he was doing wrong. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck. George Floyd wasn't fighting. He wasn't resisting. He could have given him some breathing room. He could have give him a little air in his windpipe. So, alright, this is for posterity, for history. Let's hear it, Candace Owens. I'll tell you what Candace Owens is saying. So, Candace Owens is trending. So she says it's mob justice. Candace Owens says that this is really mob justice. You know, nobody can say that this is a fair trial. It wasn't a fair trial. This is mob justice. And then she's going to point out that the media, the power of the media, they're just flexing. The media power just flexed the narrative, forced the narrative down America's throat, and now look what happens. To that, I'll just say this. If the media did put pressure, if Maxine Waters, because anything Maxine Waters says, everybody, she's always popping off at the mouth of some shit. Nobody, okay, anyways, mob justice, media power, it's a fair trial. It was a fair trial. It's not mob justice, because it was, 12 jurors, so I guess that's kind of a mob. But it was a fair trial. Prosecution had their case, defense had their case, the judge, the jury. Are they saying that the criminal justice system doesn't work? What did happen that Candace Owens can't wrap her mind around is that the Rocket Docket slaughterhouse that usually fucks people over every day, all the days, all the time, all day, every day, the Rocket Docket slaughterhouse, the media bullied, deflected, whoever was able to force the Rocket Docket slaughterhouse to finally get justice for the people that's usually on the opposite side. So instead of it just being, this is the thin blue line, anybody on this side is good, whether you're good or not, you're a fascist, you're a fascist piece of shit. If you're a good cop, then you should, stand up to fucking shitty cops. If you had a shitty cop do some shit, you wouldn't. If you don't say something about when they're doing some shit, then you're just as guilty. So that's what I'll just say to that. Flexing media power. The media can have whatever narrative they want to have. It was the jurors. The jurors went ahead and made the damn decision. The system, it went through the Rocket Docket Slaughterhouse. This unfair, typically criminal injustice system that usually backwards totalitarian actually got us some justice. So if we did bully, we bullied the system to do what it should have done to begin with. This was a fair trial. This was a fair trial. It wasn't a fair murder. It wasn't a fair killing. Now let's hear some more. This was a trial about media. So she agreed that this is politics. It's the media. A 9-minute clip that came from somebody's cell phone, which, what is that supposed to mean? The defense or whatever, she's saying that they could have released the entire video. They could have released the entire video. How come they didn't release the entire video? Well, the prosecution and defense, they could have. Why didn't they? I mean, that was Derek Chauvin's people. They could have. So she's going to go on, and it's, I'm just, for posterity, so, you know, just, they're all pissed off, and Candace Owens is a fascist. If you didn't know, she's an apologist for fascists. She's a sympathizer for fascism. She's a right-wing fascist, bullying, low-life piece of shit. So that's also true of, you know, Ben Shapiro and Tomi Lahren. So they're going to make a big deal about, you know, the crimes of George Floyd. And I can feel you on that. I can feel you on that. I don't agree with the riots over Adam Toledo and Dante Wright. You know, the Dante Wright and Adam Toledo, I don't think that they should have been shot and killed. But I forgive the officers because what the fuck? Adam Toledo running around with a goddamn fucking gun. He shot it earlier that night. Would he shoot a person? Is there a dead homeless person in the middle of the alley? Dante Wright, what's Dante Wright up to? So Dante Wright, he had, you know, that day, nothing, but he had a warrant out for his arrest because he, you know, pistol, you know, put at gunpoint. Didn't pistol whip her, but was going to abuse or hit her with a gun, but instead just, you know, took the $900 out of her bra. After she had let him spend the night, because he said he, you know, did this cry baby story about how he didn't have a ride home. Oh, he didn't have a ride home, so spent the night with, you know, and then robbed them $900 fucking dollars. So Candace Owens, he had a warrant out for his arrest. So I think that those things matter. I think those things matter. So the $20 counterfeit. What did George, you know, Floyd? She goes on and on about the fentanyl. Okay, he had a bunch of fentanyl in the system. Who gives a shit? Fentanyl. It's just some kind of drug. Fentanyl is this. It's a powerful synthetic opioid analgesic. I mean, you got to stick it in your butt. That is similar to morphine, but is 50 to 100 times more potent. It's a Schedule II prescription drug, typically used to treat patients with severe pain, manage pain after surgery. So it's a painkiller. George Floyd was in pain, so I don't give a shit. Fuck, I don't care. Good. I wish he had some crack and some cocaine in his system. That way he could have eased his last moments into a nice, you know, fucking fentanyl. That's probably why he didn't fucking fight. It's probably why he wasn't even a warm resist. But he was so doped up on fentanyl, you know, I guess you could say it was his fault, right? Because he didn't fight. But you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to fucking resist. I don't give a shit about the fentanyl. I don't care about the fentanyl. The $20 counterfeit thing, I do give a shit about. He tried to steal, right? He tried to take something. He tried to steal. He tried to say, here's $20 when he didn't have $20 to take the thing so he could take somebody else's property that wasn't his, and he didn't give, you know, equal amount. So that was attempted stealing. He tried to steal. And George Floyd should pay for that $20 fucking crime. But not with the fucking murder, not with the 9-minute fucking execution on the ground. Are you kidding me? Shut up, get down on the ground. No, let me put my knee on your fucking neck. He can't breathe 20 times. He's through. He feels it. His whole fucking body hurts. Everybody's telling Derek Chauvin to fucking let go. He doesn't do it. He don't give a fuck. He's a fucking psycho. He's a fucking psycho. He's got a psycho, you know, agenda. He can't listen to his heartbeat, his conscience. He can't listen to other people's conscience. He's going to do. Get this arrest no matter what. You know what I would have, you know, justice would have been, you know, give him a couple bare-knuckle punches to the body. You piece of shit, you try to steal some money, take the property, give it back to the people, hit him in the ribs a couple times, then tell him to get on down the road. That would have been justice. And he would have lived. So, when she wants to sit there and try to say that, you know, it's all one way, it's all this way, it's all that way, it's not. I think that there's nuances all over the place. So, for Adam Toledo and Dante Wright, I don't think it's good. I think cops need to fucking stop killing motherfuckers. What the fuck? But I think it's forgivable. He had a, you know, okay, he didn't have a gun. With Adam Toledo, they're saying he had his hands up. Yeah. So Adam Toledo, he's just on the scene like this, and the cop pulls up, and the whole time he just has his hands up, and there's nothing else going on, whatsoever, right? Hands up, don't shoot. Just like Michael Brown, that good, nice angel, right, that wasn't doing nothing in Missouri. Elijah McClain got fucked over. That Eric Garner got fucked over. That guy in Louisiana got fucked over and over again. That one guy, Philomene Castile, he got fucked over. Where is the NRA with that case? Black people do get fucked over by the police. Everybody gets fucked over by the police. But sometimes police are in pursuit of a person doing some criminal activity. So, she wants to say that the media had a narrative and they forced the narrative. No, the system actually worked for a fucking change. The system actually worked for a change. Adam Toledo, Dante Wright, you know, Minneapolis and whatever, Chicago, stop rioting. You guys are in the wrong. You're in the wrong. And what sense does that make, actually, to burn your own town? Make sure you go to the rich part of town. Don't burn your own. What does it make? That doesn't make any sense at all. If anything, the liberals and the people on the left should be against, you know, rioting and looting right now, right? Your victory. So, hell, this could be like a basketball, you know, college basketball game. UK, you know, U of L, let's burn the city because we're happy. If anything, we should be like, no, let's not burn the fucking city because, look, shit's working. It's working in the way that we want it to work. So we need to take a breath and say, let's make sure that, you know, we can make this world what we want to make it. And I don't want every motherfucker in the goddamn, you know, community fucking burning and tearing shit down and whatnot. Police brutality is bullshit. Poverty is bullshit. There's a lot of bullshit that crime is bullshit. So I think Adam Toledo and Dante Wright is wrong. But George Floyd got murdered unnecessarily. All that extra 9 minute, too much. Derek Chauvin, way too much, man. Fucking fuck. How did you not know you were snuffing a person out right there in broad daylight? How did you not know you was killing a motherfucker? What the fuck is wrong with you? What a psycho motherfucker. What a he's checked out. He's gone. He's done checked out. And then did you see how casually he walked away at the very end? Oh, okay. Guilty of fucking murder 3 times over, and he doesn't, you know, he's just like, system is still on my side. So, you know, in some respects, it'll never be it'll never be fair, right? The way that the Rocket Docket Slaughterhouse will fuck a person over for jaywalking, right? For something minor and insignificant. What, you were 3 miles over the speed limit? Well, we took a picture of your license plate, and here's a ticket in the mail. That's Chicago. There's no wiggle room on this at all? No wiggle room? None at all, huh? So the criminal, you know, Rocket Docket, Slaughterhouse, criminal justice system will fuck you over for any, you know, any and every little goddamn thing. Maybe, can we get a little bit of justice? Can we use the unjust, inhumane, backwards ass, no good, Rocket Docket, criminal justice system to our advantage? Can we use it to get some justice? Because if the citizens can use the criminal justice system, and if justice is the actual goal, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So, if you're a cop, you can't go around committing crimes. If you're a citizen, you can't go around committing crimes. You like hurting people? Stop it, motherfucker. Knock it the fuck off. What the fuck is the matter with you? You like going around hurting people? You like going around hurting innocent, good, nice people that wouldn't harm a fly? That would never, oh, that person's not a, is that what it is? If you're not a criminal and then you get the respect of the criminals? So George Floyd shouldn't have tried to steal that $20 thing. He didn't deserve to die over $20 fucking dollars, Candace Owens. Fuck. I'll give you the last word. What's last quote for Candace?
Together, he was a good, good member of society, and she got mixed up because a racist white police officer had it out for him and killed him.
That's none of that. I don't believe any of that. So she's saying that's what the media says. I think that's her perception of what the media was saying. That's the media is a lot of people, but so she just, her perception of the media. So to her, she was saying that essentially he was a good man, good, honest, decent person, turned his life around, and then this evil, wicked, racist cop went out and killed him. I don't think that's how it went down. I don't know what his, views on race are at all when it comes to Derek Chauvin. That would be an interesting. I'd like to know what Derek Chauvin's views on race are. That would help, that would add, was this a hate crime or not? Doesn't matter. It's a fucking murder. He killed a person. He killed a fucking person. So if it's, racist or not, I don't know if Derek Chauvin is racist. So her narrative, it's not my narrative. I'll give her two more sentences. Fentanyl. 3 times the lethal dosage of fentanyl. I would even if you say that the fentanyl contributed to the death, Derek Chauvin putting his neck into the concrete contributed to his death, too. So I would say maybe 50-50. Maybe that would be, he don't get off the hook. Derek Chauvin don't get off the hook for that. So anyways, liberals, lefties, progressives, anybody that's against police brutality, anybody who's against wickedness by anybody who's against fascism, celebrate, be happy, be on your best behavior, because if we know what the fuck we're talking about, to defund the police people, if we know what we're talking about, we got to keep our community safe. We can't allow the looting and the rioting and the tearing of property and whatnot. So I hope all of America can behave. Don't burn shit down because you're happy. Don't burn shit down because you're mad. Take a break from burning shit down. That dumpster doesn't need to be lit on fire tonight. Just say, I don't know. Just smile and be happy. This looks like a dawn of a new era. The system, we actually got a little bit of justice. We got the system to give us a little bit of justice. It's fantastic. So, Malcolm X Negro theory says, if you act crazy and everybody else acts crazy, eventually you'll get your freedom. So Candace Owens is just kind of mad because the people flex their power, the media, whoever, justice. Cops are always right. No, Candace Owens, cops are not always right. To err is human, so that's why forgiveness is divine. To err is human, so therefore forgiveness is divine. But if you have power, well, fuck, you're going to mess up even more, right? If to err is human, so a human with power is going to err all the time. To err is human. So if you got power, you're more capable of error. We're holding you to a higher threshold, a higher standard than the rest of us. It's why you get paid extra. It's why you get the perks. It's why you get the... Sorry, Candace Owens. Sometimes you make some good points. Tomi Lahren made some good points tonight. Let's hear what Ben Shapiro's got to say.